Most people take their first $1,000 and dump it into a savings account. They think they're being safe. But in reality, they're letting inflation eat their purchasing power alive. There is a better way. A specific three-way split that turns a small start into a wealth-building engine. I've spent years analyzing portfolio allocations and studying the habits of the top 1% to figure out exactly how to scale small amounts of capital without taking reckless risks. You don't need $10,000 to start investing. You just need a blueprint. In this video, I'm giving you that exact blueprint. We're breaking down 3 specific allocation strategies, from ultra-safe to aggressive growth, so you know exactly where to put every single dollar for maximum impact. By the end of this, you'll have a clear, low-risk plan to turn your first $1,000 into a foundation for lifelong passive income. Most people do the safe thing. They park that $1,000 in a savings account and call it a day. But here is the cold truth. Your safe money is actually losing value. Inflation is a silent tax. It eats your purchasing power while you sleep. Then there's the other side. The "I'll wait until I have more" crowd. You tell yourself $1,000 is too small to move the needle. "I'll start when I have 10,000, you say. That is the most expensive mistake you can make. You aren't just missing out on gains. You're missing out on time. And time is the only asset you can't buy back. But if you try to dive in alone, it's a nightmare. Crypto, index funds, REITs, dividends. It feels like you need a PhD in finance just to click buy. So you do nothing. You stay paralyzed, while the gap between you and the wealthy gets wider. The truth is, $1,000 is plenty to start, but only if you stop guessing and start following a system. Most people treat $1,000 like a lottery ticket. They try to find that one moonshot stock or a random crypto coin and hope it hits. That's not investing. That's gambling. To actually build wealth, you need a system. You need a blueprint that balances safety, growth, and opportunity. This is the three-way split. It's designed to protect your downside while capturing the upside. Let's break down exactly where every dollar goes. Bucket 1, the foundation. We're allocating 30%, that's $300 here. This money doesn't go into the stock market. It goes into a high-yield savings account, HYSA. Why? Because the biggest mistake beginners make is investing money they might need next month. If the market dips and you have an emergency, you're forced to sell at a loss. The foundation is your psychological armor. It gives you the confidence to leave your other investments alone. Now, let's move to the heavy hitter. Bucket 2, the growth engine. We're putting 50%, $500 into this category. This is where the real wealth is built. Instead of picking one company, you buy the whole market. We're talking about low-cost index funds or ETFs, specifically those tracking the S&P 500. By doing this, you own a piece of the 500 largest companies in the US. You aren't guessing who wins. You're betting on the entire US economy. Over the long term, this is the most reliable way for a beginner to grow their money. Finally, bucket 3, the upside play. We allocate the remaining 20%, $200 here. This is your learning capital. This is where you can take calculated risks. Maybe it's a fractional share of a disruptive tech company you believe in. Maybe it's a small position in Bitcoin. But here is a pro tip. The best investment for $200 isn't always a ticker symbol. Sometimes, the highest ROI comes from a certification or a book that teaches you a new skill. Increasing your earning power is the fastest way to turn $1,000 into $10,000. That is the blueprint. You've secured your peace of mind, fueled your long-term wealth, and left room for high-growth opportunities. But having the plan is only half the battle. The real secret is how you automate it so you don't have to think about it again. Now, the hardest part isn't the strategy. It's actually starting. That's why I recommend using the brokerage in the description. It's built for this exact three-way split. No hidden fees, easy automation, and perfect for beginners. Check the link below to get your account set up in under 5 minutes. Imagine the shift. You're no longer just saving money. You've built a growth engine. In a few years, this initial seed, combined with small monthly additions, becomes the foundation of your first $100K. That is how you move from financial stress to financial freedom. If this blueprint gave you a clear path, hit the like button. Subscribe to join our community of wealth builders. Now click that link, set up your portfolio, and put your money to work. I'll see you in the next video.